Today is Tuesday the 14th of January 2014, and today we're looking at one of the latest videos from BPEarthWatch that's been doing the rounds, a ball of energy approaching Earth from the south. Now I've had a number of people asking me about this video and what it's all about, and I've just taken a quick look at it, and let's have a look at the first few seconds in this video from BPEarthWatch so we can see this this sphere, this ball, whatever it is. I noticed that in this image from Soho, looks like Soho C3, that the image is cropped and we can't actually see a date and time stamp on this image. But anyway, let's play this and we'll see what we can find. This is part of a radio show. Now in this image here we see a smaller image here in the corner. Different images that we're looking at. We've got the original image that we were looking at in the background, and we've got this image here overlaid, but we've also got this image here in the corner. Now I set this to HD so I could get the best resolution, and then went full screen on it, and we can see there that the date on this image, that is really the focus of this video, when we look further into this video we can see some close-ups of this image here, but if we look closely we find that the date on this image is actually the 16th of August 2009. So what I did was to go into the Soho data website there and did a search for between the 15th and the 17th of August 2009, and sure enough here is the same image that we see in BPEarthWatch's video. I'll just flick back there. That's the same one there, and if I just bring this forward a little bit we can see a close-up there. So you know, BPEarthWatch once again is scaring the bejeebers out of people, talking about this ball of energy approaching the Earth from the south. Well, heck, it's been quite some time on its way. You know, we're talking about August 2009 and now we're into 2014, January 2014. I mean, what's going on here? But not only that, if we take a closer look at the Soho data, again here is this image that he's focusing on, and you know, it kind of looks like the Death Star, doesn't it, from Star Wars. But what happens if we step this forward one frame? You can see that I'm displaying image number 46 of 122. That's from the 15th through the 17th of August 2009. So what happens if I step this forward just one frame? You'll notice the time here is 3:18. I'll step that forward and that takes it to 3:42. That's half an hour later. And where is this energy ball gone? It's disappeared into thin air. Well, that's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? What if I go backwards? Let's step this backwards. So time here 3:42. Let's step backwards 3:18. There it is again. Let's take it back one more frame and hello, it's gone. So within 3 frames we see it's gone, it's appeared, and then it's disappeared again. Now bear in mind that this little circle here in the center of the occulting disk, this white circle here represents the true diameter of the Sun. Now this larger disk here is called the occulting disk, and it is to block out the glare of the Sun from the camera. This dark area here is the arm that actually holds the occulting disk. Now this white circle, being the diameter of the Sun, is actually nearly 1.4 million kilometers in diameter. So you can imagine that if this object, let me step that forward again, if this apparent object, if this was 1.4 million kilometers across in diameter here, and this object has suddenly disappeared from one frame to the next, well, we're talking about it moving many tens of millions of miles in half an hour. And if this was back in 2009, well, somehow I think it would have been here by now. But anyway, if we dig a little bit further, we find that on the stereo website, now we'll point out that this image here is not stereo, this is Soho, it's actually a different spacecraft. But some of the information here is still the same, it applies. Now this is the artifacts web page on the stereo website, and you can read all about image artifacts that you see in the stereo images, and there's also one for Soho which I'll show you in a minute. But as I say, a lot of these things also apply to Soho. This one here, for example, well, first of all, let me read this for you. Not everything visible in stereo images is related to the Sun or the solar atmosphere. Some features are caused by the telescope optics that cameras used to capture the images, or how stereo spacecraft are operated. These features can be quite confusing and require some explanation. Below we outline some of the common non-solar features which appear in the images. And for example, we've got cosmic rays. So if I click on that link, it'll take me to this one here. And it says here that cosmic rays and solar energetic particles are highly charged or highly energetic particles that travel through space. Some of these originate from the Sun. Others, known as galactic cosmic rays, come from outside the solar system. When they pass through the detectors, they produce thin, bright spots or streaks. Now, if I go back to the SOHO images and step back one frame or 2 frames, we can see these streaks, and so these will be these particles that have been described here, these cosmic rays and solar energetic particles being picked up. If we scroll down, we see some other examples. I remember that there was another YouTuber who was showing a lot of what he called UFOs next to the Sun, and of course all they are solar energetic particles. Now if we step back, and there is another one here with internal reflections, and we'll see some other examples of things that we sometimes see in the images. So I'll put a link in the description area for those, and also on the this website here, Sungrazer. There are some more examples here. Regular viewers of SOHO and stereo data are well familiar with the variety of strange artifacts that we see in the satellite images. Sometimes we see various strange blobs, reflections and streaks, and I frequently get emails about them, which is something I strongly encourage. You learn by asking questions, so ask away, they say. I'll put a link again to this webpage in the description area so you can read more about that at your leisure. But anyway, let's just go back to this final point. You know, BPEarthWatch in his video, fear-mongering as usual, ball of energy approaching the Earth from the south, and we see that this image was actually from 2009. There it is. Okay, so here we are, August the 16th, 2009. Where is it? You know, we're into 2014, and as I say, if we step forward one frame, it's disappeared. It never was there. Okay, it's just an artifact, nothing to fear at all. So as usual, BPEarthWatch being called out on his fear-mongering, and I'll be doing a follow-up video about his claims that we should be going through the debris of Comet Ison. I'll be doing that very shortly. Once again, as always, do check out my Facebook discussion page of Voices of Reason to Explain X or VORTEX. You'll find a link in the description area. Thank you for watching. Hello YouTube, this is Dazza the Cameraman. Today is Tuesday the 14th of January 2014, and today we're looking at one of the latest videos from BPEarthWatch that's been doing the rounds, a ball of energy approaching Earth from the south. Now I've had a number of people asking me about this video and what it's all about, and I've just taken a quick look at it, and let's have a look at the first few seconds in this video from BPEarthWatch. So we can see this this sphere, this ball, whatever it is. I noticed that in this image from SOHO, looks like SOHO C3, that the image is cropped and we can't actually see a date and time stamp on this image. But anyway, let's play this and we'll see what we can find. This is part of a radio show. Now in this image here we see a smaller image here in the corner. Different images that we're looking at. We've got the original image that we were looking at in the background, and we've got this image here overlaid, but we've also got this image here in the corner. Now I set this to HD so I could get